if it was illegal to say stupid things into a microphone.
Why must you be so stupid?
These guys would be doing life without parole.
Hey, everybody, we're back from prison.
Why do we keep encouraging this kind of behavior? It's the Breaking the Ice podcast with Josh Dolan.
You know, we could, go to jail for this.
Along with Mike Shue and Isaiah Moskahana Bonsa Mana Blitz Boskowitz, whatever the hell his name is.
Years left and right, and that was a tough one, but
pounds down
10. So I'm at 200 now. If I can, my next weigh-in's Monday. If I get anywhere under 200, that'll be the first time since early to mid 90s. So sure. That's my goal.
Let's race.
Be less than 200 pounds.
I'm at 17 down, and I've been doing it for a year though because I like to drink.
Right, but you know what? You're doing it slow. You can't.
Yep.
You don't want to do it too fast.
I tried a few different things over the years where you just shock it and all of a sudden you're like, okay, no booze, no sugar, no carbs. You walk by a loaf of bread, you puff right up. You got to do it in moderation.
So my neighbors, I always talk about this. My neighbors across the street, it's a rabbi's family. A rabbi lives across the street. So every major holiday, they're having something out there. Well, they're having the big party holiday. I think it's called Sukkot.
Okay.
And so that's kind of like the harvest. And so they just bring out all the food and stuff. And they were sending over challah bread. And, yeah. So there was, and their challah bread's they get it straight from Brooklyn and stuff. So
oh my God.
That sounded like the setup to a joke. I live across the street from a rabbi.
Okay.
Hey,
What's
Micky.
up, Micky Ward. What's up, man? Good to see you.
What's up?
How you doing,
What's
man?
going on, man?
All good, bud.
Thanks for coming on, man. So my first question for you is, when are you fighting Jake Paul?
Yeah.
Oh.
If I was a little bigger, I'd love to.
Punch him right in the mouth and shut him up.
Yeah, tell me about it, man. That's crazy. But it's nuts. Him and the brother, It's just I don't know. One of them can fight a little bit. The one, which one can fight? The one that fought Mayweather, he's a little less talented.
Okay.
I'm not saying talented, but can't fight a little less.
Yeah, that's Logan.
Which one is that? The one that Jake can fight a little bit. I mean, I'll give him that much credit. He can fight a little bit, but
they can run their mouths. They can really run their mouths.
No, come on. No, exactly. He might be good. He wouldn't even be. He wouldn't be honest with you. He wouldn't fight a great amateur.
Right.
He wants to go pro. He should go fight in the amateurs or something first.
Well, nobody's got any patience these days. They want to go right to the top fast.
And exactly. Yeah. Well, with that kind of money he's got, you might be able to. You know what I mean?
He's that kid that's always posted in the Lamborghinis
say,
and shit, right? He's always in the Lamborghinis and all the rich cars.
Yeah, he's like a YouTube star, and I think wasn't Jake didn't he start on the Disney Channel or something like that? That was
I think he started out just by being Logan Paul's brother. That's how he made it.
Yeah. Right.
Well, I mean, I give it to them. I give it to one of them. They can box a little bit. One of them trains hard. You know what I mean? But to say that he's going to be a champ and he beat this one, and to say his brother gave Floyd a hard fight or beat him, come on. Now Floyd was 50, 60 pounds lighter. Right. Floyd probably wasn't even training like he was for a real fight. Obviously, come on. You know what I mean?
Floyd was playing with him.
He's a delusional. Exactly.
So you're saying that he has nothing to say until he fights a professional boxer, right? Someone who's an active professional boxer, right? Who
100%. Anybody in the top 30. How's that? Put anybody in the top 30 in that weight class and see what he does.
Just someone who's an actual strike. Well, I guess Woodley was a striker, but I mean, Ben Askren just came out of wrestling, and he was in the UFC, but his whole expertise is wrestling. And then Nate Thompson, basketball. That's not how you made it to the title.
Even still, right? And even still, even with the other kid there, what's his name? The other one that he just beat.
Oh, what? Woodley.
I can't hear you breaking up.
Oh, Woodley. Was it Woodley?
Woodley, yeah. Woodley, they said he was a good boxer or whatever too, but it's all different. You know what I mean? The boxing MMA is totally different. Even though you can box a little bit in MMA, it doesn't mean you can box the top of the line guys in real boxing.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that was proven by Conor McGregor, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Conor McGregor thought he could just easily step into a boxing ring, and he's a pretty, I mean, he's a champion, but still not in the boxing world, right?
Different space. Totally different space.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Dude, it was awesome to
And
see you out at the
Floyd Mayweather was on his prime.
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Hey, it was cool to see you out at the Support the Superman event, man. Good to see you that day. Thanks for coming out.
Oh yeah, no problem at all, man. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, that was good. Josh came and he was ready to go. And I have Andrew Raycroft's golf shoes, Josh.
Oh, yes, you do. And you sent me the picture of those, and he's not responding. So I'm just going to start sending wanted posters with his shoes.
At the end of the day, Mike couldn't make it. Mike had some stuff to do with the Pike, and he was busy. But we raised a bunch of money to support the homeless in New England. And Raycroft came out, Jackie Flynn came out, Josh was out there. Totally full field. It was awesome. The rain held off, and at the very end, we were just doing all of our due diligence at the end to wrap it up. And this guy comes up, he goes, "These are Andrew Raycroft's golf shoes. What do you want to do with these?" I'm like, "I'll take those. Josh will hold them for ransom." Good way to get him on the show again. But that was good, man. Micky, thanks for coming out. We really appreciate it. You got a lot of pictures. I got a lot of good pictures with you, and it was a good day. We're looking forward to year number 2.
You got it. I'll talk to you guys later.
Oh, you leaving?
What, are you leaving already?
I don't know. I can't hear you breaking up, going in and out. Am I leaving or not? I don't know.
Do you want to try to like log back in?
Are you close to your router? Where's your router in your house? Because you got to get near that.
I'm close to the router. Yeah, I'll try to. I'll go back in. I'll come off and I'll go back in.
Thanks, brother.
Okay, sounds good.
I was like, okay, we'll see you guys later. I'm like, what did I say? That's the first thing I thought. What did I say?
I was thanking him.
I didn't even get any real questions out yet.
He's the last person I'd want to piss off.
Thanks, guys. I'm out.
He's on the other side of the screen. You're fine.
Like, okay, guys, see you later.
Yeah, he has your address, Mike. We gave it to him when you didn't show up.
All right, his audio is connecting.
We do got to start doing these in person. And now Isaiah's gone.
We do. Hold on. Is it gone?
You're gone.
Your face is gone, but that's an improvement. Micky, how you doing? Can you hear us now?
And now it's us.
Oh, wait. His audio.
All right, yeah. Here we go.
We'll just roll audio. Put a picture of Micky up.
Can you hear us? Can you hear us now?
I can hear you.
Okay, good.
Technology is awesome, and we clearly, Micky, know exactly what we're doing.
Well, you were just like in the middle of everything. You're like, okay, I'll see you guys later. And I instantly thought, what did I say to piss him off? Oh my God.
No, I didn't know. I didn't know. I thought you were saying, okay, I'll see you later.
That's the first time that Mike and I have been in the room together, and it's not like, dude, Isaiah, really? Oh, it was Mike. It was finally him. It's him. It was him for once.
Wasn't one of us this time.
Exactly.
But yeah, Micky, I just saw you on. I was talking to you at the golf course about this. That I had just watched you on Mike Tyson's podcast. I had no idea that you guys went back to basically when you were children.
Yeah, I was 17. He was 16. Yeah,
that's insane.
How'd you guys meet?
It was called the U.S. Amateur Tournament. It was called the big tournament was the U.S. Nationals or whatever it was, ABF Nationals they called it. So I won New England, he won New York, and we another team, some from Jersey or somewhere. There was like 3 or 4 of our teams went there, and the winners got to fight for represent Region 1 in Lake Placid. We fought in Lake Placid. The winners there got to represent Region 1 in the Nationals on Colorado Springs, and I won my weight class, and he won his, and we were teammates, so we went out there together, fought in the same team.
You never fought each other?
Oh shit, no.
How would that have gone?
The ring.
He's too big.
Too big.
He's got about 100 pounds on Micky, right?
I'm just saying. I mean, did you ever get in a bar fight with him? Something fun? Take at least one punch from Mike Tyson? No. Did you get one punch in on him?
I never even drank with him.
It's probably a good idea.
Smart.
Yeah, exactly.
That would not have ended well. How was doing that podcast with him? I haven't heard Mike Tyson's podcast. How was it?
It was good, really good. It went really well. Him and Henry Cejudo, the Olympic gold medalist from wrestling there.
Mm.
Yeah, it went good with them two guys, me. It went really well. Like 35, 40 minutes or so, and he was great. You know, it seemed like old times again. You know what I mean?
Was he smoking copious amounts of marijuana? I hear he smokes like he's just a chain smoker of marijuana. Like, was he doing it during the podcast?
He was smoking it out there. Yeah. Well, right on the podcast you could see it. Yeah. Well, good thing I was far enough away from him.
I don't know. That looks like a lot of smoke in that room.
Well, Cheech and Chong.
Yeah. In my head, I've got this vision of Mike Tyson, and then there's, wow, you're super high, Mike Tyson. That would be awesome.
He didn't get. I don't think he got as high. I think he respected me enough. He didn't get that crazy.
Right.
That's nice. Did you, Mickey? Have you ever thought about, all athletes really, they suffer, aches and pains, from whatever, maybe injuries or just wear and tear on the body. Have you ever thought of using cannabis to help fight any of that kind of stuff, joint pain, inflammation, any kind of ailments that you may have?
Yeah, I've thought about it. Yeah, I've thought about it a little bit. Probably thinking more about it now, as the older I get, but we'll see. It's something I'm going to look into. Probably. I don't know. I'm not going to say yes or no, but it's something I'll probably look into. Yeah, right, definitely. Yeah. I'm like pretty banged up.
Worth experimenting. I got CBD does wonders for certain things, and you're not even dealing with the THC. And Shu over here is an expert on it. Years ago, I mean, he's obviously whatever. We've worked with some cannabis clients and cannabis schools and people that are dead serious about it, not just about sitting around getting baked and eating Cheetos, but like using. That's not bad either.
Wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, Isaiah.
You want to throw a dead album on?
There's a good movie on.
Right, chuck it on the wall.
There's a good movie on.
right, exactly.
You get locked into like put on like old school like Cheers and just get high and watch every episode.
Right.
But I use CBD a lot when I had back issues. I ultimately ended up having to get back surgery, but I had some wicked nerve pains, and some of the CBD worked, and I didn't quite understand it, but I remember talking to you about it. I remember talking to Kara about it, and really asking the people that had a clue. It works for some people, it doesn't work for others. It's like Advil or Tylenol affect people a different way. But I mean, if you got aches, it might not be a bad thing to look at. I used some of the CBD for lower back pain. It was like gone. It was great. That's my endorsement for the cannabis world.
Oh, there he is. He's back.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey.
And we're starting
over the road.
We're going to start the third segment of the Mickey Ward episode of Breaking the Ice.
Could you hear me before though?
Yeah.
No,
well,
we were talking to ourselves.
We
were pretending we were talking to you and you weren't there.
No. Could you hear me though before?
Yeah. It's better with the video off because it's choppy. It's sometimes the internet sucks.
Nah, it's good. We'll muscle through it.
Okay, yeah.
Hey, Josh, you get to do some editing. What?
Exactly. And now it's not because of you saying something wild.
I didn't say anything this time. This time it was Mike.
I mean, you're not to blame for anything right now. It's
not this time. Give me 10 minutes. I will fuck this thing up, though. What else have you been doing, Mickey? What's on your agenda these days? Talk about some of the things you're wrapped up with.
I'm just working starting with a company, Live Train. It's called. We're going to be launching pretty soon. It's a mobile app where you can train with. We're launching with wrestling, boxing, and MMA. There's those three sports to start off with, and a lot of Dana White. We've been out to see Dana. He gave us a lot of guys' names and stuff to work with, and Dana's helping us and stuff like that. And we went out and I got Wayne McCullough on board, Larry Holmes, guys like that. Wayne, Larry Holmes. We got a bunch of other champions too being involved in it. So actually, you go on a mobile and you can live train with them anywhere, or you can do a mindset training with them, or you can do all the wrestlers too. When I'm talking about this too, but wrestling and not jiu-jitsu, but wrestling, MMA, and boxing, you can do all this training, like just the mindset training, the physical training with the person. Not physical because you're on a phone or whatever, a mobile app, but at least you can kind of talk to them if you want. If you want to use your hour just talking to the person, right, that you admired your whole life, maybe watching wrestling or whatever. You can do that too. So it's gonna be, and then we're gonna do live shows like boxing events, wrestling stuff, MMA shows and stuff like that. It's gonna be pretty good. It's called Live Train.
Now, is this an app that's available now, or is it in production?
It's in production, but you can download it now and look and see what it's about and stuff.
Live Train. We'll definitely have to check that out.
Live Train, yeah.
And you're also working out of a gym in Westford, right? Box to Burn, is it?
Yeah, I told my nephew Sean, box to burn. Would you say box to birds?
Just throwing some new
birds,
name ideas
Josh?
out there. No, I said box to burn.
I wouldn't doubt it. Josh is good with show
Box
prep.
and you see birds.
That's
a
not
whole
bad.
nother
Box
app.
and you see birds.
Wow.
I've
the old
seen plenty of
cartoons.
them. I've seen plenty of them going around.
Micky's still seeing birds. You should boxtobirds.com. Go on GoDaddy right now.
That's a new shirt right there.
Yeah.
I'm writing that down. Boxtobirds.com. Mickey Ward. Just taking notes, kids. Just taking notes.
Box to- That's it, yeah.
You get hit in the
Yeah,
head,
doing that
Mickey.
and, just
Mickey will give you box to birds.
That's
Anyway,
it.
go ahead. Sorry. What else you doing? What else is shaking?
Is that just working out there?
that's it. Yeah, doing that and doing some other stuff. I'll be full time with the company once it starts. That's what I'm waiting for right now.
That's great.
What's Team Mickey Ward Charities up to next? I know you've been busy over the past year.
Yeah,
despite the pandemic.
Now we have we just had a motorcycle run, and now we're getting ready for our next event, and I believe that's in a few months. I'm not sure. We also do a thing for schools too. We do like a knowledge bowl and stuff like that down at the VFW here in Lowell also.
And then you're also part of the Concussion Legacy Foundation, because you said,
I'm donate my brain when I passed. It's Robert Cantu. Dr. Robert Cantu is my doctor, and it's the Concussion Legacy, and so I'm just doing anything to try to help the next generation of fighters or whatever,
Okay, so if your suggestion, if say a young person wants to get into boxing, what do you suggest? Because that's kind of part of the sport, right? Even though if they've had protection or anything, and even if they go half speed, they're gonna take a shot to the head, aren't they?
Concussions.
Yeah, it is true, but the only thing boxing is you're gonna get concussions. I think the only way you're gonna, you train a kid, it's great training, like for your mind, for your body and stuff. I'm not saying every kid go out there and like fight, like in the ring and get hit and stuff. No, you can learn boxing without getting hit and stuff like that. But if you want to compete in it, you just have to, probably less sparring, more technique stuff, more. You know what I mean? You broke up again. What the hell?
I'd say throw your phone. Fuck it.
I don't know what it is. I'm sorry, guys.
No,
9
it's
times
okay.
out of 10, it's Josh's fault, so it's cool.
Yeah, just blame
No, but
Josh.
you're
That's what
coming
we
in
do.
clear on my end.
Yeah, we can hear you on this end.
Yeah,
So there's all kinds of benefits to boxing that don't have to be so physical. I mean, if you look at they
Right.
have to go through this with all sports if you think about it, because you think about the speed of hockey, Josh. You think about football, Mike. You think about I mean, it is Jesus.
And it's not just
speed.
shots to the head too. You can get a concussion from a body shot or a hit
well,
to the ribs.
they say whiplash, your head snapping back, you can get one. But I did earlier is like maybe the less sparring, maybe more technique stuff or something like that. I don't know. It's just inevitable in boxing. You're gonna get hit in the head.
Right.
It's not like hockey or football where you're gonna get hit in the head, obviously too. But boxing, you're going for the head.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That's the target.
Most guys are headhunters. I went to the body a lot, but most guys are goddamn headhunters. They want to take your head off. You know what I
Well,
mean?
if you go to the body, that opens up their face, and then
Bam.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I did.
He made a career out of that.
it seemed to
Yeah.
work.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
So obviously you had a great boxing career, and now after your boxing career outside the ring, you're still involved in boxing. Is there any part of you that's like you miss being in the ring and fighting, or are you kind of like, I'm glad I'm not going in there. I can have one foot in, but like train people and just be on the other side of it.
Yeah, I'm glad. I just like to help the people now. I don't want to get hit no more. I did enough of that, you know.
Right.
That's the only thing that's the only good thing about like how I fought, not how I fought, but how I gave everything I had when I did it. I did it right, you know what I mean? A lot of guys have regrets of like they didn't train hard, they didn't fight hard, they didn't whatever, you know. I always trained my hardest, fought my hardest, so I have no regrets. So I don't want to get hit no more. The hell with that. I don't miss it at all.
Was there any part of you that was like you didn't want to hit other people at some point? Because I know my buddy Danny O'Connor, I was doing a few projects with him a few years ago, and I remember he had like retired, and he was saying to me, he was like, I don't miss it. I never want to go back to that. I hate hurting people. I hate that I had to do that. And he was like, I'll never go back. And then like a year later, he texted me, and it said, "Making a comeback. That title's mine." And I was like, "What happened?" I'm gonna kill that person.
I wanted to hurt you when I was in there. I didn't care. No, that's one thing I wanted to do. Hurt you the most I could.
You know what happened to that kid, Josh?
And I'm not a bad person. It's just that I don't want to get hurt.
Josh, your buddy had a really bad road rage experience and said, "Fuck that! I'm going to go kill somebody."
Yeah, well,
I'm that way, and I'm not even a boxer. Jesus Christ.
So could you say that for everybody, Mickey, that gets into boxing, is that once they step in the ring, they want to send the other guy to the hospital? Well, they don't really, but that's the goal. They want to. I shouldn't say pain. It's not about points. I shouldn't say
you want to hurt them or whatever. You just want to win by whatever way you can. And if hurting someone comes with it, that's part of the game. But you don't go in there trying to hurt them, like physically hurt him bad. I get, you know what I mean? It's like, I mean, if he's, you know, it's just like you rather hit them instead of you getting hit like that. But no, I would don't go out there to try to hurt people.
I mean, if your nose breaks in the process of me winning the championship, tough shit.
But I mean, injuries are a little different than ending a career.
Yeah, or trying to kill somebody. Yeah. You're not trying to kill somebody. I'm trying to win the match, and if I happen to smash your face into a mushroom, then so be it.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's the game.
That is the game.
It's like hockey. Like you get hit in the face with a puck. That person probably didn't mean to shoot it, or whatever. I just hit you in the face. You know what I mean? It's like it just happens.
Look at the defensemen in hockey. Every time there's a shot, they drop down. Sorry, your balls broke. You dropped in front of 100-mile-an-hour slap shot.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
This is all the shit that we're going to put up on boxtobirds.com, Mickey. So I'm just taking notes.
Birds.
Yeah.
I'm buying this site for Mickey Ward. I'll call you later.
Did you ever have that feeling in the ring, Mick, where it was like, I can't? You maybe thought the other guy was done. Or do you like, and you had some hesitancy there when, and like you think like, was there ever a time like you thought the ref should have called it because maybe the other guy was in pretty bad shape?
Well, I thought the first Gaddy fight, he was in pretty bad shape against the ropes, but, Frank Cappuccino was like an old school referee, you know what I mean? And he like let it go on, but that's probably the only time, you know what I mean? But referees are pretty good about stopping fights and things like that nowadays, you know?
So you mentioned Frank Cappuccino. So, it's like every sport, refs have their own personality. And then, so do you know who the ref is ahead of time before the fight? And then, did you recognize like each ref had their own personality? And so would you like cater your training to what ref you had in that particular fight?
No, wouldn't cater nothing to that guy. To that.
That'd be a pain in the ass.
Hell no.
Oh my God.
No. You just gotta be aware of like the way he calls a fight or the way he like breaks a fight fast or whatever, breaks you up fast or whatever. You know what I mean? A lot of referees will let you fight inside a lot. You know what I mean? Like work inside a lot. You know, even if you have a free hand and the other guy holding, they'll let you punch with the other hand. Well, a lot of referees, as soon as you break up. As soon as you like clinch, they break you up fast. So it's good to know a referee beforehand, obviously, because some guys give you breaks, some guys don't, some guys let you fight, some guys don't, some guys break it too fast and things,
I would think it's like in every sport. You think about the refs and you think, all right, this umpire's got a wider strike zone. This ref is like, all right, I can't get in and go, rapid fire jabs because he's going to stop. It's got, right. I can't even imagine though, if you tried to cater your game, anybody's game, to a fucking referee or an umpire, that would just be like,
right. Yeah. I'd rather have a Frank Cappuccino referee. He'd let everything go. You know what I mean? So
old school, just beat the piss out of each other and get out of the ring. I got to go to the bar.
Yeah.
I don't think I meant so much like cater to him, but I think it's more how you explained it, where it's like, okay, well, this is how this guy's style is, so I got to watch out for that,
Right. Yeah.
So that can't throw as many jabs.
Basically, what I was asking is how much a part of the fight is the ref?
I mean, a ref can be a big part as far as like I said, if he's clinching, if you guys are like clinched and soon you guys get inside, that was my thing, is get inside and let the left hook rip. Now, if I got inside and he's broke it up real fast, then I wouldn't get the chance to do that, So you kind of got to like make sure who the referee is, and if he lets things go and fight long enough or whatever, you know what I mean? And with Frank, he let it go till we kill each other, so that was great.
You want more refs like that in every sport. You really do. You just gotta be like, can you let the fucking boys and girls just go and do their shit? Stop throwing flags.
Well, I mean, you see the referee in a lot of fights more than the fighters. You know what I mean? You
There's
see them breaking it. Break. Jesus Christ, let the guys fight.
I feel like there's some like you watch any sport you watch. There's always one or two. I think the one guy.
Kerry Frazier.
Thank you. Yep. Fucking Joe West in baseball.
Joe West. Yeah, in baseball.
Shit. He's finally retired. He loves the Yankees and hates the Red Sox, or at least I believe that. And it's just like, dude, come on. Every time. Who was the guy, Josh?
Speak your mind.
Yeah, it's a podcast.
Stop being so cryptic.
Who was Josh? Who was the guy? The donut.
Koharski?
Koharski.
Yeah.
Motherfucker. Some of those people, you're just like, you suck at what you do.
Yeah.
Well, because of him, there was that great part of Wayne's World. So I mean, something good came
my
out.
God. Koharski. I'd wiped his name from my mind. Well, Mickey, so this live train, let's talk about this before we clean up here. The live train so if we go to any place where we download an app, we can type in live train. We can download it now. What will we say?
Live train, yes. And there'll be 3 categories: boxing, wrestling, and MMA.
Okay.
And if you want to train with anybody in the boxing side, you just push the name and it will come up, and their availability any day, whatever, and the price and all that, and whatever you get, you know what I mean? And you push it in and you punch it in, and you get the session. And the person like me, the trainer, I'll get it on my side. I'll get like every 2 days before the training comes up, I'll get a thing saying you got to train so-and-so at this date, on my side. And then once you're done, obviously, the session's done or whatever. And then you just, it's over. And then you just redo it again if you want to go to someone else or stay with that person or whatever, things like that.
Nice. And you guys are going to develop that and keep that going and add more people. You're already talking to a lot of people about this.
Yeah,
so I imagine
more. Like I said, we're going to go into like all different sports and all different things like that. We're going to do live shows. We're going to do clinics. We're going to do like wrestling clinics, boxing clinics, MMA clinics and stuff like that. So we're going to do, it's going to be pretty amazing.
So that's in production. And speaking of something else that's in production, or is it in production? The Fighter 2, is that still a thing?
Well, they were talking about it for a while before the pandemic, and then the pandemic hit and it kind of pushed everything back. So we'll see. Hopefully it does. But like I said, it was on. They were talking about it. There was a lot of stuff about it, but then this pandemic and everything got pushed back, and then so hopefully we can get it going again.
I mean, movies.
And obviously, we got to get it going soon because Mark ain't getting no younger.
Hopefully, I don't think he listens to the podcast, but hopefully he's not listening to this.
This is the one he's going to listen to and be like, "Really, Mickey? Fuck you."
No, he's not. I mean, you got to look the same age, kind of.
Right.
He knows that too. He tells me that we got to do it before I get too old.
Right.
Gotta
But
do it
thi-
again
this-
before Christian Bale loses that low accent. We'll have to retrain that.
No,
Right.
he'll always have that.
He's good. He was fucking
Yeah.
great in that movie.
I couldn't believe like how good he was. I mean, it's like he's up there and I'm like, I know these guys. I mean, it's perfect when you cease to see the actor.
Yep.
You know, I didn't see
Right.
Christian Bale at all. I just saw Dickie up there. It was just incredible.
Yeah.
But for the fighter too,
Tom
I was
Quacker.
reading. Yeah. So with this was the fighter 2 supposedly gonna center around the fights with Gotti, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It'll be like the fights we had, the friendship we formed through like the 3 fights, and then a lot about his like death and all that and things like that. Yeah.
Who do you know who they've talked to about has it gone
there's
this
no
far
really
about
names.
playing Gotti?
No, they haven't gotten no names. No, I haven't heard no names.
And you were such good friends with him. Who do you think who would you like to see play him?
I don't know. They wanted back years ago. They was talking about John Leguizamo, whatever.
Oh, John Leguizamo?
Yeah.
Yeah,
John
yeah. from New
Leguizamo?
York
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
He's a good actor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
him. They were talking about. I was thinking of Mario Lopez, but he's kind of. I don't know, Mario. Mario could probably do it. He's an actor, but because he's a fighter. I mean, he does box. He boxes a lot at Wild Card. Out in L.A. Freddie Roach's gym, but it'd probably be a good one. But I don't know. We'll see.
Leguizamo would be good. He's done a lot of good movies. He's
Right.
good.
But again,
Yeah.
they got to hurry up with Leguizamo too because he's
getting old.
getting on just like.
Well, you
the
don't
rest
have
of
to
us.
hurry with Mario
Yeah.
Lopez. That kid doesn't age.
Yeah, Mario Lopez
No, you
will
don't
always be
know.
beautiful. Yeah.
Those dimples are still as good as they were back then. So.
Wow. Is this
I'm not
Saved by the
jealous.
Bell Mario
Yeah.
Lopez? Is that what we're talking about?
I mean, you pick which one. But I mean, if the Fighter 2 comes out, then I mean, the Dropkick's got to come out with another Mickey song.
Yes.
Yeah.
Warriors
yeah,
Code 2.
I know. Maybe we'll get one for. Maybe we'll sing one for Quacker, Dickie.
Yeah, that's right. He needs a song, right? He totally needs a song.
The
That
quack.
sounds like a
Yeah.
whole album, though. He needs a whole album, not just a song.
That's his name, Quacker. That's what we call him, Quacker.
Hold on. Let me get back here.
Quacker.
Box2birds.com.
Box to Birds. Full circle.
Quacker.
What's the bird?
Got a lot of
Who
notes
said
here,
the
Mickey.
birds? Was it you?
No, that was
Josh.
fucking Josh. He
That
said
was
Box
Josh.
to Birds. And you're seeing birds, so there's going to be a cartoon image of you with birds around your head from getting
We
punched
have
by Mike
boxing, you
Tyson.
see
I'm working on
we
it.
have boxing, you see birds.
Now, did you know that the Dropkicks were writing that song and that you were going to be on the album cover and stuff, or did they just release it and you were like, "That's me"?
They didn't
I
ask
want my
me.
cut.
No. Kenny, I've known Kenny for a while. I've known Kenny for a long time, and Kenny had asked me if they could do it. Yeah, definitely, and really good. Did a great job at it.
All right. Well, Mickey Ward, thank you
Dude,
so
thank
much
you.
for joining us, man. We appreciate your time. Good luck with your endeavors and
Thanks,
the
guys.
the Mickey Ward charities.
Yep.
You know, if
Live
you need any
train.
help,
Yeah,
help plugging
thank you.
anything, please call on us and we'll help out any way we can, man. But we really
And we'll do it in
appreciate
person
man.
next time,
Thank
so
you.
there's not as
Hey,
much.
listen, Mickey, when you get one of these training sessions going at a gym and you have an event, we'll come down, do the Breaking the Ice podcast live from location if you want. We'll plug any way we can help you, brother.
Excellent. Yeah. Yeah, we can do it at Box to Birds.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
exactly.
right.
We
Josh
gotta
can
make
get in
some
the
fucking
ring.
Box to Birds t-shirts now. Shit.
Josh can show us how it's done. We'll get him in the ring.
I fight like a bird too.
All right,
I do a
guys,
lot of
thank you.
pecking.
Dude, Mickey,
but
thank you.
hold on.
Hey,
Well,
All right, guys.
what-
Take
well-
care.
I
What's up,
have one
Josh?
more question.
Bye-bye.
That I
hold on, Mick. Hold on 1 second.
Well, my final question is about your brother Mickey.
Yeah.
Did he knock down Sugar Ray Leonard, or
Yeah.
did he slip? Be honest.
Hey, no. He says you ask him.
Oh,
He says-
exactly.
He says, what do you think? Yeah, the old Quacker.
That's where the quack is going to make the fucking birds come out of Josh's head when he asked that dumb question. Dude, Mickey, thank you, brother.
All
Yeah,
right,
thanks,
guys,
Mickey.
take care.
Box to birds.
I said burn. It was the connection.
You did say burn. I'm pretty sure.
He's
but
the
that
guest,
was pretty funny.
and he heard birds.
That's right.
And
Customer
he can
is
hurt
always
me,
right.
So I'm going.
Yeah, no,
with him.
Micky Ward is always right. I wouldn't argue.
I love how he had a signed picture by him behind him.
Right.
Right.
I wanted to be like, how'd you get that?
He can do that.
You can.
You know, he can. Like if I had a picture that like I'd autograph behind me, I'm a douche
bag.
Right? Douche. But no,
I actually signed that jersey right there. The breaking the ice.
Oh my
jersey.
God.
Douche.
You've actually decreased the value of that jersey.
That thing was worth $10 this morning. You just fucking made it 2.
No, it was at 0 and now it's -10. I owe money on it now.
How was the thing in Drake it?
Oh,
that was a lot of fun if I had been drunk.
Wow.
God, I had my first beer in a long time. And only
thanks
because
to Scruffy Wallace.
Only because Scruffy Wallace handed me a beer, and I'm like, well, this doesn't happen every week. I don't get to drink a Miller High Life with Scruffy Wallace.
He really twisted your arm too.
Was it cold at least, like ice cold?
Oh, it was ice cold.
Okay, good.
It was good.
Good.
It was good. But that was fun, man. You know, like I had been to the first one that they did, and you know, same thing. Place was full.
Nice.
And you know, the people at the boat are so awesome. And that club is great. They have a great sound system. They have an awesome stage upstairs and downstairs.
Is amazing.
Their kitchen is unbelievable. There's not a lot of like live music venues that also have excellent food.
Right.
And the Rebel Kitchen there, those guys just run a tight ship. They just crank out great food up there, and they have specials all the time. It's a fun place to hang out, and it's right on the water there.
I saw some pictures that Carrie posted up, and her fucking shit looks tight, man. It looks great. Her fucking setup is 10 times better than anything we ever had at AAF. Like she is not fucking around.
Because she's like, you know, she's more organized.
She is the army helping
else. Yeah, she's basically, it's like
she is the fucking army.
She had 3 like cases and basically pulled all that stuff out of these cases, basically almost already put in, just like set it right up and it was ready to go. She's like a total mobile unit ready to go.
I know that whole table, like once I was done, that whole table came up and I was like, that's how you do everything.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
No, she's not, you know her. Come on. Now she puts her mind to something, she fucking gets shit done. She gets shit done. She's doing well. So I wanted to.
But that was a lot of fun. I want to thank everybody for coming out to that. That was a good time. Josh killed it. He gave us a solid 15 minutes.
I heard good things from Carrie. I said, "How did Josh do?" She said, "He did good."
Yeah, well, it was.
I was surprised,
long, but
I mean,
you know.
I was like doing a marathon after not running for 2 years.
Right. I asked Josh how he did the next day, and he started crying on the phone. So I'm like, "You're not the person to ask. You were probably fucking fine."
I've never seen Josh more miserable than before going on. Than 2 minutes before going on stage, Josh is a fucking mess. He's like, fucking hate this. Why am I doing this? Just bullshit. This blows. What the fuck? Just
I think that's
misery.
how you psych yourself up, though, because I don't think did you ever have a lapse in time, Mike, of doing live radio and then go back to it, or was it always constant over your years?
The biggest lapse I ever had was this last one.
Okay.
But it was from the age so the first time you sat down, it was constant.
You sat down at Pike and you weren't like, oh my God. You were just like, just don't say AAF. Don't say AAF. I'm on.
That
Pike
was
FM.
it. That was the only thing I was thinking of. Don't say AAF. And I still
But everybody was thinking it.
I've given out AAF's phone number a couple of times.
Oh,
and then I said, you know what?
107's the text line.
Don't even call that number because I don't think Jesus is I don't think Jesus is going to answer, you know, but
he's not picking up.
Yeah, but it's funny because I was telling Josh this story about there's this show on HBO called Crashing, and this comedian Pete Holmes does it, and it's a really excellent show. Josh doesn't want to watch it because he hates watching things about stand-up comedy, but there's a scene where he gets to open for John Mulaney, and before John Mulaney walks out on stage at this place, it was Town Hall in Manhattan. I don't know, there was a lot of people. I don't know how many people held, but as he's walking to the stage, he's going, I hate stand-up. I hate fucking stand-up. I'm never going to do this again after tonight. I fucking hate this. I hate feeling. And then he gets on stage like, hey, how's everybody doing? And he like kills it.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that's like a common thing.
Yeah,
like
that's exactly
part of what drives you.
You're psyching yourself up.
I don't know if it's psyching myself up or I'm just unraveling before I go up. Like I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna remember everything. Like there's no script, there's no notes. I tried bringing a set list, and I was surprised I didn't even need to refer to it. Like all new material, I was like, holy shit, I'm doing it. It was just like riding a bike. Like once I got up there, it's like how people talk about getting in a hockey fight. Like they can't sleep the night before, they're thrown up before the game, they can't eat, and then the game, they're nervous, their palms are sweaty, and then they get in the fight and they're like, it's quiet, it's peaceful, and then the fight's done. And that's, I'm not saying it's like a fight, but
no, but it's a thing that you're preparing for. I think the only time, not the only time, but I think one of the times I got on stage at something, I never minded any of the radio, but one time, one show, I can't remember what it was. I think it was at the Hampton Beach Casino Ballroom before something. And I had this fucking pit in my, and I never had it because I don't give a fuck. Give me the mic. I'll go on stage. I'll say whatever. It was before Seven Dust, maybe. I don't know what it was. And I almost locked the fuck up. And I'm like,
it's not a normal thing to do. I guess the only one in the room facing that way. Everyone else is facing this.
They're looking at you, and you got to give. But how many fucking times have I done it? That one time I was like, oh shit. And I pushed through it, but I like froze. And I think it was Seven Dust. And I don't know what it was, packed house or some bullshit, but it wasn't. And I just was like,
I gotta tell you, I've been in front of immense crowds. I haven't really had to, perform, right. Like Josh or like a band or anything, but you got to get out there and you got to like, you got to give them like, here, can you kill out 2 minutes or whatever? And
Yep.
And so I've been like those local bazookas and any of those out, festivals and at the Xfinity Center. And I've been in, a full TD Garden and DCU Center and stuff. And that doesn't seem like anything. But if I'm in a club and there's like only 20 people there and I got to get up on stage, that's different for some reason.
Yeah, you can hear them giggling.
I know. It's like, you can hear them say, "You suck."
Who the fuck are you?
Right, you can totally hear them, whereas a huge crowd, you can't make out anything. It's just kind of a blur. But when you're in like a nightclub and you're trying to bring on a band and it's, to me, that
might have been it. I think because I think I stupidly normally don't care, grab, go, lights hit, can't see anything. I think I might have been sitting at the side, kind of looking, thinking, and I could see people. They were looking at me and I'm like, what the fuck are you looking at?
Now, see, for me, doing that is way harder because I guess it's my mindset, because times that I've done like live announcements for something, I end up hating myself so much more after because I'm like, I bombed, nobody laughed. And Laura would be like, you were giving out information. Nobody's supposed to laugh.
Telling people where the fire exit was.
Again, like what I'm talking about, I'm not out there trying to entertain. I'm just trying to tell people what's up. Whereas you're up there trying to get a reaction out of people. All I had to do was like, is everybody having a good time? And that's, that's basically what you got to say, and hey, how about those, Patriots? And that's it, and then you just get the crowd.
I bounced back and I think it might have actually been, this might have been down in Orlando when I did it. And then I came to casino and it was better, but the Orlando one was nerve wracking for some reason, but I got out there and just was like, whatever the fuck. And I just started Seven Dust, and they took over. So I'm just pushing the little wagon, and you motherfuckers just start going Seven Dust, and they're throwing shit. And I'm like, yes. And fucking Cliff comes out, and boom, there they go. Yeah. And I was like, all right, thank God, because I swallowed a rock 5 minutes ago. You don't even realize it. But any other time I would do that, because I did Seven Dust a bunch of other times. I'm like, that Seven Dust thing works. So go with it.
I think the thing in Drake, the reason I was extra like how I was, Shu saw how I was. I'm usually like that.
But you killed it on stage. I heard you did great.
Manic.
Yes.
Psychotic depression creeping.
I think part of it is probably not doing it for 2 years and then we're just jumping right back in the cold water. But also I felt like not bad, but like there were people asking, like before I went up, asking for pictures with me and like knew the podcast and like obviously a lot of AF listeners. And so I was like, oh crap, a lot of these people already know who I am. Now they're gonna hate me. It was like
that creates expectations.
They're looking at
right,
where it's not just like an event.
That's frightening because you can't imagine what their expectations are in that they're thinking of. And while they're all good, they're all positive expectations for you.
Yeah.
Now you're feeling like,
I don't want to
I
let them
hope I
down.
can live up to those expectations.
And I
Like,
never
how much-
felt that before, because like before it would be like, oh, I hope I can get them to like me. Now I was like, oh, these people already like me. I better
I don't
not
wanna
make
let
them
them
hate.
down.
Yeah. And I was
Yeah.
like, and then
Yeah.
leaving, I was like, holy crap. How does Bill Burr feel like when he's like, the garden is there to see me? Like,
Right.
ugh.
He needs
Yeah.
years of therapy. That's how he deals with that. He pushes
Yeah.
that shit down.
I've been pushing my shit down too, and it's starting to affect me physically. But
Listen,
I
you
wish
should
I
go
could
to-
take a shit, but losing weight somehow makes you irregular. So I don't, you know, I've been taking Benefiber. I mean, this is
I don't even know what that is.
You
That's
shouldn't
just
be.
like-
No,
it's
you
like-
should be shit. I should like a fucking chant. Like you got to get
you
fiber.
think so
shit in
because
your-
I'm eating a ton of vegetables and leafy
Fiber?
vegetables,
But fiber.
it's like, but it's not. I don't know.
Can
I'm
you
not
drink
as
coffee?
regular- I don't. And you know what? I don't know why I veered into this area. Let's veer out of this area because I
No,
don't want to talk
because
about
we were
my
talking
pooping
about
habits.
pushing down and shitting.
Oh
and
right.
That's where
Okay.
it was.
Shitting your
Yes.
pants. Right.
We are one comment about Nazis away from ending another episode,
I know.
Josh.
Not gonna
Gosh,
do
did
it.
Hitler ever shit his pants? I bet he did when he heard
Bet
the
you when,
Russians
you know-
took Stalingrad. Yeah, he
Huh.
was like, "Oh, I just lost my schnitzel."
I'll bet you
Right?
right after he shot himself, he probably shit himself.
I would imagine.
Shot himself. He.
Didn't
I
shoot
mean, if
himself?
that's what you call living in Argentina until the 80s, I guess.
Wow. Okay. Jesus Christ.
He made it out, make no mistake.
Yeah, we're
All
done.
right, guys. Well, I'm going to go see Ziggy Marley tonight. It's going to be 45 degrees out. Perfect
Oh,
weather
fun.
for
Oh, it's
reggae
gonna be
music.
fucking- it's gonna be nice. Is it outdoors? Where are you going?
Yeah, Indian Ranch in Webster, which is a great venue. I don't know if you've been out there, but it's this little amphitheater and it's just perfect. It's not a bad seat in the place.
Ziggy Marley, go for
Yeah,
it.
he's doing this great thing where, well, he was supposed to do it last year, but the pandemic happened. But last year would have been his father's, Bob Marley's 75th birthday.
Oh wow.
So he's doing this thing where he's taking set lists from Bob Marley and the Wailers shows in the 70s and recreating them.
No way.
Yeah, so
That's
he's
fucking
doing that.
cool.
Yeah, only he can do that.
Right,
you
right,
know,
right.
only he can really give that justice. So I'm going there tonight, but it's going to be like 45 degrees on Webster Lake over there, and it should be.
That
should be
reminds me of the Slipknot concert. You were like, hey, do you want to go to Slipknot? And then I drove all the way to Mansfield and I was like, oh, it's 30 and I'm wearing a t-shirt and shorts.
Was it cold that night?
Well,
I
not
don't
for
even
you. You were
remember.
wearing a hood. You were dressed like that. I was dressed
Oh,
for
okay.
summer in October.
He dressed properly.
So I
Have
got to
an
go.
awesome
and-
time,
and-
man. Have a good
yeah,
time.
I got to go and smoke tons of weed to get ready. So
Why the fuck not?
Ziggy Marley
know.
should tour with Bob Marley.
yeah, well, you know,
Right?
that I actually thought of that, Josh. I thought that would be hilarious.
That'd make
Bob
a
Marley
great
is-
poster.
that's what I meant.
Can
He's
we get him on
recreating-
this show?
He's
fucking
recreating Bob
so
Marley's
good.
sets from the 70s. I didn't mean his dad. I meant Bob Marley, like when he was first starting out.
You have
And
a
he's gonna
Lucy
go up
Hammer?
Except in a Jamaican accent.
We need to get him on the fucking show.
Welcome to Maine.
Well, I know, right?
That might not. I might. That might. My buddy Doc, who works in radio, knows him well, and we always go see him at the Concord Music Hall in Concord, New Hampshire. I should just ask him. Fuck it. What do you?
Yeah, ask him. And then he's coming here to Rascals in Worcester, I think in November. So
He's
I'll ask
touring
those
like a
guys to see if he
motherfucker.
wants to
Yeah.
if he wants to
I
come
miss
on.
concerts. I was supposed to go to Alice Cooper after the Drake It thing. It was
Yeah.
over by the time I got there.
Yeah, that's true. That was a late.
Oh,
that was
did
a
you
late
make the
night.
ride?
I did make the ride.
And it was over.
I was. My parents got me the tickets. My sister did not want to go, so I got her ticket. And then I pulled up right in front of it, and my dad texted me, "Show's over, we're leaving." And I was like,
Oh, that
fuck.
sucks. That sucks.
So I get to drive all the way down here to fucking South Boston and sit in traffic. to go
Alice
home.
Cooper's old. He goes on time, and he's
Blue
done
light
before
special.
11.
Oh, was he at the Leader Bank Pavilion?
Mhm.
Yes.
Or
Is that
whatever,
what it's called now?
Oh,
I can't
okay.
keep up with the names of that place.
I was there last Friday for Primus. Talk about a mind-altering show.
How the fuck was that?
They are still amazing. The last time I
Oh.
saw, no, it was great. Last time I actually saw Primus, I think it was, they opened for Rush in the 90s.
Get the fuck out of
And
here.
it was fucking amazing.
Oh,
And now for this tour, which again was supposed to happen last year,
Yeah.
they planned it after Neil Peart died. They played the entire Rush album, Farewell to Kings.
They did
covered-
not.
and it was so friggin' good. And they really, they nailed it, but there were little bits of Primus, because they're Primus, so they twisted it a little bit here and there. But
throw
they
some
played
sick bass in there.
They opened with a set of like probably the most obscure. There was not a hit in the first set.
Good.
There was no radio hits in the first. It was all this really obscure stuff. And he said it because we thought, since we're going to do the Rush thing, we're going to play a bunch of really
the real
obscure
fucking
stuff.
fans would appreciate that.
Oh, and they're more jammy than I remember them being. Yep. I mean, they like stretched it out. Then they came out and they played the Rush thing, and then they came out again. Then they played a full set of like all the hits, which was fucking fantastic.
What do you
they
think?
Were really great, man.
What do you think their number one long-lasting song that the world would know is?
Oh, Winona's Got a Big Brown Beaver. Come on, Winona's Big Brown Beaver.
The theme to
South Park.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. People that don't know Primus probably don't even know they're listening to Primus. Right. Yeah, that's
really
true.
Fucking the beginning of that theme song for fucking South
Primus.
Park is Primus.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome. And of course, Winona's Big Brown Beaver, no question.
Yeah, of their songs, that one
has been on. I mean, how long has fucking South Park been a thing?
Yeah, for 20-something years now.
Right.
And they did that awesome cover of NIB with Ozzy. We used to play that on AAF.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah.
That got played quite a bit.
So they probably might know that too, without knowing that they're listening to Primus.
Right.
But
I'm trying to give Primus a great show.
Good stuff.
That's good.
All right, you guys. I gotta go start smoking weed.
All right. Have fun. Get goofy.
All right, man.
All right. See you guys.
This is Brad Marchand, and you're listening to Breaking the Ice with Josh Dolan. I don't think he would ever let a pizza get out the door before he buried the whole thing, so he likes to eat that kid.